are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get first-hand information about things happening around you. And I appreciate every one of you who are subscribed to this channel. And if you have not subscribed, please press the red button and make sure you press the bell icon, because if you don't press the bell icon, you will not be notified anytime we post news, because we want you to get the news as soon as they come, as fast as they come. So press the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime. The news we have for you now, you'll be glad that you are aware of it. Stay tuned.
Inec servers exist. Icir provides proof in report. The report also confirmed the unconfirmed document earlier obtained by Starnews, which indicated that the electoral body has budgetary provisions for servers, e-collation and e-tracking of election results in 2019 Inec election budget by Inec. ICIR report reads, whether or not the Independent National Electoral Commission Inec made use of a central server in storing poll results for the 2019 general election has recently been a subject of heated controversy. In a petition sent to the Presidential Election Tribunal in March, the People's Democratic Party (PDP) claimed its candidate Atiku Abubakar defeated Muhammadu Buhari, candidate of the ruling party, by 1.6 million votes. This information, the party said, was retrieved from the Electoral Commission server, which has the authentic results. Inec, however, replied that the numbers peddled by the PDP were fabricated and said it did not adopt electronic transmission of collation of results. Atiku in April gave the tribunal what he called the, quote, unique MAC address and Microsoft product ID of the Inec server. The figures and votes were transmitted to the first respondent's presidential results server 1 and thereafter aggregated in INEC_press_RSLT_SRV 2019, whose physical address or unique MAC address is 9457A5DC64B9 with Microsoft product ID 00252 700000000 AA535, he said. The first respondent specifically denies the existence of electronic transmission of results, as it is known to the Electoral Act 2010, as amended, the regulations and guidelines for the conduct of the elections 2019, it said in its response. Following an application to the tribunal by the PDP for an order compelling Inec to grant access to the server, the agency maintained that it does not have any server. They are asking us to bring something we do not have, Yunus Usman, its lawyer said. Though the position contradicts statements made before the election by Inec's commissioners, claims have been circulated suggesting that Inec spent millions of naira on a server. In this fact check, the ICIR takes a look at documents drafted by the commission itself, which confirmed that it intended to procure various servers for the 2019 election and that in fact it got funded for those procurements. A little background. President Buhari had, in July and September, written to the National Assembly requesting for 242 billion naira as vehement and supplementary budget to fund the 2019 general election. Out of this amount, 189 billion was allocated to Inec, while the rest went to the Nigerian police, civil defense, and other security agencies. The Senate Committee on Appropriations and Environment request, headed by Mohammed Danjuma Goje, in its interim report, recommended that 144.7 billion be transferred from the Special Intervention Program, recurrent budget, and 44.2 billion naira from the program's capital budget. Adding to this, to the 45 billion naira recurrent expenses already approved by Inec in the 2018 budget, it means that Inec's total budget for 2018 was 234.5 billion naira. In October, the National Assembly approved the 242 billion supplementary budget as sent by the President, only changing the source of funding from its legislators' special project votes to special intervention program. Does the supplementary budget provide for servers? Yes, it does. Inec's supplementary budget was made public by the Policy and Legal Advocacy Center (PLAC), a non-profit committed to facilitating legislative advocacy and access to public policies. The purpose of a computer server is simply to store, retrieve, and send information to other computers connected to a network. 1.37 billion naira was budgeted for nationwide replacement of servers for 23 states and national data center. 99.7 million naira for an upgrade of the server version of OpenVR for compatibility with the new Dell server, and 800 million for the migration of voters registration database from MySQL open source to Oracle DB, both database administration services. Inec also budgeted 157.5 million naira for the renewal and maintenance of cloud infrastructure with budget code 230709. Though the National Assembly subcommittees on Inec and electoral matters, headed by Suleiman Nazif and Aishatu Duku, recommended the reduction of some of the proposed amounts. The proposed budget was eventually passed in full. Not only was the approval absolute, but the Office of the Accountant General reports in its capital performance of the budget documents that all of the amount 188.9 billion naira was released to Inec and spent by it. The plan for service predates 2018 budgeting process. It is worth mentioning that the word server is likewise used 4 times in Inec's 2017 to 2021 Strategic Program of Action. According to the plan, the agency's ICT department was expected to award contracts by the first quarter of each year for the upgrading an existing mail server and expansion of Inec mail system to state and local government offices. The department was to get approval by the second quarter of 2017 and 2018 for the procurement of servers for all 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. It was also to upgrade the server version of OpenVR for compatibility with the new Dell server. The renewal and maintenance of cloud infrastructure, as well as the development of data management tools for archiving election results and other electoral activities, were also provided for in the program of action. Conclusion. It is true that money over 2 billion naira for the procurement and upgrade of servers was approved by Inec by the National Assembly, and it has had a long-term plan favoring electronic storage of electoral results. The amount was also released to the Inec, and Commission reported it as utilized. If the agency insists it does not have a server, then it has some explaining to do on how exactly it spent the relevant funds. ICIR report.
This claim by Inec day by day that there's nothing like server is really becoming embarrassing. If Inec is saying there's no server, then where are the DSS that are arresting people suspected to have hacked the server? One thing I know is that nothing can conceal the unprecedented rigging of 2019 general election. It's just too obvious. Majority, by all indications, said that they don't need this government. They know they are being rejected, and the only way to retain power is through electoral coup. We are watching them. Honestly, we are watching them. Also, can we really get posts from you coppers who served on elections duties about the use of card readers to transmit results? I think the honorable thing Inec should do is to own up and deliver the server for inspection while they defend the outcome of the server results at the tribunal. That is just my own opinion after going through this ICIR proof. So guys, I would like to hear from you, and let's deliberate as usual, because this is really confusing and embarrassing day by day. Thank you very much for always listening. Bye.